Hello everybody and welcome on board this Microsoft Flight Simulator video. Today we're flying the FlightSimStudios Embraer E175-200LR with the long wing variant from Cincinnati's Northern Kentucky International Airport to Washington Ronald Reagan National Airport, so from Cincinnati to Washington DC. We are currently situated at the terminal here in Cincinnati, and it looks like our catering trucks just arrived. So let's head on board the aircraft, get the flight plan briefing done, and get this flight underway. All right. Oh, the tablet is over yonder. Here it is. Let's get those doors open. Yeah. That way they can get all the foodstuffs on board. Fantastic. Now, let's go to Flight Details, hit Add, import from SimBrief. Okay. Envoy 3551, November 2, 999 to Juliet, Juliet, from Cincinnati to Washington, D.C. And then the times are going to all be wrong. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Let's see, just 8 hours behind schedule. Block time 1 hour 30 for 58 people. Ghibli 6 departure. Charleston. I think it's a transition off and then on to the troops for arrival. So Charleston transition off to Ghibli 6. Charleston transition on to the troops for arrival into DC. Cruising altitude today is 35,000 feet. That's flight level 350. We are in ERJ175-200LR. And we have CF34, 8 Echo 5s on the left and right side. Cool. Then there checks, yes. Alrighty, so 7740 in fuel. Ooh, shoot, I'm not exactly sure what runway we're departing. This is a real-world flight. Envoy 3551 was also done in an E175LR. So, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, or Covington, which is apparently located in Hebron now. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it was called Covington because that's what it was originally called when it was, I don't know. And then Washington, D.C., specifically Reagan National. All right, hour 31 minutes. Let's see. It's non-specific. It says E170. But it was actually 175, 35,000 feet. Same route. Oh, they had the old American Eagle. Oh, I totally could have used that one too. This is actually the short wing variant. Interesting. I don't even think they track tail numbers there. But anyway, it's a real world flight. If we type in Cincinnati's Northern Kentucky Airport. Yeah. Oh, shoot. There's Indianapolis, Indiana. There's Cincinnati. Oh, dang. I don't like the look of that. What direction is that going? Am I able to get animated weather? Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, well, methinks it's unfortunately heading east, most likely. Alright. Crud. Who's this? Delta 2725 from Salt Lake City. Okay. Oh. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, that's really cool. I have a sim for that, though. So he landed in the center, so we probably are departing on the left side. 18 left. That's a big jet. ATI, okay, Air Transport International, whatever it's called. So we're currently located on 1 Alpha. We're in this gate right here, which this is occupied by, yeah, an American. That might be a 175. I can't tell. It might be an Airbus. Anyway, here's a flight plan. Envoy 3551, Cincinnati to Washington's Reagan National, alternates JFK. Oh, Embraer 175. This right here. Oh, just not working. There it is. And let's see, time of the air 55 minutes. Block time 1 hour 14. 35,000 feet. 400 nautical mile route distance. Average wind out of the west at about 80. Wind component, tailwind of 73 knots with an ISA deviation of +9. En route burn, 3,279 pounds of fuel for 58 passengers. Estimated zero fuel weight, 64,024 pounds. Takeoff weight is 71,566 pounds. And an estimated landing weight of 68,287 pounds. So, yeah, looks like we're departing 18 left. JetBlue 6 departure. Charleston transition onto the Troops 4 arrival into DC's runway 1. Runway 1, interesting. I haven't done that one in a long time. Filed the ATC flight plan, that's all good. Let's see. KDCA. Okay, got all of the weights and fuel. Arrival fuel 4,300 pounds, which is an hour and 22 endurance. That's not very helpful. Cool, the fuel checks, flight plan, en route wind and temperature, descent winds. Here's the cover page with our weather packet. Perfect. Datus, and then literally nothing but NOTAMs all the way down to our charts. Here we go. So here's our route. Kentucky, just barely on the edge of Kentucky there. Let's see, there's Washington, D.C. That's just our route. Oh, boy. Okay. So flight level 350, looks like we have a jet stream of 115 knots from west to east. That's north of our route. Isolated emitted cumulonimbus to 350 here. What is that? Rime icing, 20,000. 45. Okay, that's not too bad. Whoa, what on earth? I think it just started raining here. Okay, this is... Oh, pretty much the same thing. I don't know what that is. Is that icing? Is that an icing airmet? Alright, so let's see. This is flight level 300, 340. Here we go. Oh, geez. Yeah, 105 knots. Almost directly from the west. That should help. That's 390. Here's our vertical profile. Takeoff, climb, cruise, and descent. Okay, everything looks good there. Sweet. So we've perused over our flight plan briefing. Cool. So we're going to plot our route. So we're departing KCVG, arriving KDCA. Our speed, let's say 500, altitude 350. And we're on the, let's come over here. ATC flight plan, that's not what I want. Route, there we go. I'm just going to grab this guy. Copy. Oh, that shows only 410. And then paste. I think I might already tabulate winds aloft, but I'm not sure. 46 minutes. Yeah, okay, it's definitely considering winds aloft. Let's see, route. I want, yeah, precipitation is fine. It's going to have a small route. Oh, dang. Yeah. Range rolling in. Okay. Well, that being the case, I guess I'll come over here. Oop, laggy. And I will close the windows. And let's see. So let's plan on 18 left. It's wet now. Nope, that's dry. Wet and wet. Flaps 2 and flaps 4 is our alternate takeoff today. All right, 203 at 6, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, QNH 29076. We'll hit calculate. All right. Let's see, so 64024, CG of 19.5, takeoff of 17.8, gives us a trim at flaps 2 of 3.8. With ATTCS and ECS off and anti-ice off. Shoot. Okay, so we are under an icing airmet. Oh, it splits right at the freaking airport. Okay. Well, we're mostly... Shoot. I guess we're mostly in this one. Airmet Zulu for ice and freezing level, valid until 14th, 0900. Airmet icing for Indiana, Wisconsin, Lake Michigan, Michigan, Lake Huron, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky. Did I say Indiana twice? Is that Iowa? I think it's Iowa, right? See. It's just the locations. Okay. Moderate icing between freezing level and flight level 220, and the freezing level is between 8 and 12,000. So between 8 and 12,000 and flight level 220. Golly, that's a lot. Conditions continuing beyond. Okay, freezing level ranging from 4,000 to 14,500 across the area. Multiple freezing levels between 5 and 9,000. Multiple freezing level between 7 and 12,000. 5 and 13,000. Dang, man. Okay. Oh, shoot. Looks like anti-ice might be... Well, it'll be... Okay, anti-ice system will be off for takeoff. But it'll be... Oh, it might be on for our climb to cruise. Alright, let's go to flights. Let's unload that. Import. You. Sweet. Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, Ronald Reagan, Washington National. Apparently it's runway 1. ILS. No, I don't like that. Alright, we'll see what we got. So Covington. Reference documents. Not a lot. Sweet. Parking spots. Parking spot coordinates. Louisville taxi. Over 1200. It's not, but we'll grab that just in case. Okay, so parking spots. We are located at Alpha 1. So we'll come over here, look at Alpha 1, north 39 degrees, 3.2 minutes, west 84 degrees, 39.4 minutes. We'll cross-check that with our FMGC or FMGS once we get in. Yep, Alpha 1, ramp. So Concourse Alpha, we're going to be ramp 2 north. I guess that's ramp 1 north, that's ramp 1 south. Okay, so Concourse Alpha, ramp 2 north, spot 3 short of Romeo. And then we'll take Romeo, Sierra, and then whatever this happens to be. What is that? So Concourse Alpha ramp 2 November, or 2 North. Short of Romeo, spot 3. Romeo, Sierra. I guess that's just Sierra. It just wraps all the way around. Tango uniform. Alright, so runway 18 left, supposedly wet. Heading at 186, 10,000 feet should be plenty for us on our departure today, even fully loaded, which we're not. Awesome. Cool. So, let's get some power to this plane, yeah? So, let's go batteries and GPU. Awesome. So it's on battery. It'll switch to AC Gen bus here in a minute. It's going to do its automated systems tests. So the first thing we're going to do is go to system config, verify all our config. Checked. Alright, awesome. Engine maintenance, we'll check for faults, exceedances, or limitations. No faults, no exceedances, no limitations. Awesome. Let's go to the electrical page. AC Gen bus power off the GPU, 115 volts, 400 hertz. Powering AC bus 1, 2, and AC essential and AC standby to the transformer rectifier units from AC to DC, 28 volts, 60 amps across all 3. Powering the DC bus 1, 2, essential 1, 2, and 3, and the batteries. We didn't put a big load on the batteries, so they're already above 27. That's perfect. So, let's see, that's on, armed. Alright, cool. So, let's do a engine fire test. Perfect. And that works. Everything lit up as it's supposed to. I'm going to cancel the master warning. Perfect. And how much fuel do we currently have? Only 1860. This crew didn't leave us a lot, and I guess they didn't even bother putting in any more fuel after last flight. That's great. Alright, what's our hydraulics look like? 94, 90, 78. I'm sure once it pressurizes, that'll change. Okay, temperature's good. Pressure is as expected. Looks like it's done its test. Status page is normal. Alright, so I'll just put in a squawk code, unless we don't have a PDC, do we? Okay, I think Indianapolis Center's online, and we'll contact them at 1955 119er decimal 550. Intercom 1. Listen. Don't hear nothing. Oh.
Skyhawk 4074.
Skyhawk 40784.
Approach. I'm currently about 7 to 10 miles south of the airport. Request.
Alright, so we're going to grab our clearance from this guy.
Right landing.
So Envoy 3551, we're Embraer 175 LR. IFR from Cincinnati to Washington's Reagan.
Standby.
Ghibli 6 departure, Charleston transition, troops 4 arrival. Indianapolis clearance, hello, Envoy 3551 with the radio check, please.
Envoy 3551, 505.
Heavy 5x5 as well, sir. No. If you're available, sir, we'd like to pick up our IFR clearance to Washington Reagan, please.
Envoy 3551, Indianapolis Center, good evening, clearance on request, standby, number 1.
Okay, clearance on request number 1 will stand by for Envoy 3551. Fantastic. So while he's working on that, he'll probably give us a PDC at some point. Everything up here is checked. Cool. So now let's go to
Number 40784.
nav ident. Date's correct. Current cycle is
23
checked.
Correct. 23 right.
That can't change anyway. Sweet. Performance initialization. So let's come over here. Let's go to departure. We'll click this guy and do
Number
the same thing.
40784, Roger. Sliding 360. Maintain 3000.
Alright, so let's go ground. Let's close these guys, 'cause apparently they've been done for a while. Awesome. Alright, back down here. Nope. Over here, see, 0 fuel weight, takeoff fuel is 72.99. 72.99, and we're expecting how much upon arrival? Let's see. Oh, damn. Alright, we're expecting 4,300. So I'll plug that guy in here. Next page.
National aircraft on this frequency, Indianapolis Center will be closing 107.
Of course he is.
Time to 37.
Alright, flight level 350, winds are 266 to 79er. Plug that guy in here. Our 0 fuel weight was 64,024. Perfect. Takeoff weight. Alright, takeoff CG is adjusting while the plane is currently being loaded. Let's go to takeoff page. Shoot, runway heading is 186. It is wet. Field conditions. What's the field winds? Cincinnati shows. All right. Cincinnati departure information. Oscar 025 Zulu weather. Wind is 210 degrees at 5 knots. So 210 at 5. Alright, visibility is 9 statute miles and light rain. Clouds broken 4,500, broken 6,000, overcast 7,500. Temperature 190.14, altimeter is 274. So we'll have to adjust that. 274. I'll just click it to the left. Oh, if I can grab it. To the left. What? 2974. Gosh, why was that so difficult? 2974. 2974. It's checked. Alright, next page. Flaps 2. So I need ATTCS and ECS on. It's an automated system. I'm just going to leave it off. Temperature 19. We'll flex at 33. And enter. So we need to go back to perf. Take off. Next page. Take off. Alright, V1121, VR127, V2132 at flaps 2. Flap retractor speed 181. Takeoff pitch of 10. Up to the climb to 350. Transition altitude is 18. That's checked.
Envoy 3551, ready for clean.
Affirmative, sir. Envoy 3551 is ready to pick up our IFR to Washington Reagan.
Envoy 3551, you're cleared to Washington Reagan Airport. Give a 6 departure. Lexington transition on file. Maintain 5000. Expect flight level 3501. 0 after departure. Departure with me. For 3711. Going 27.
Okay, sir, just one quick question for Envoy 3551. We're cleared IFR to Reagan as filed the Gately 6 departure. You said Lexington transition, sure? We're expecting the Charleston transition.
Oh, that's what, I'm sorry about that. Give us this departure, Charleston transition, to the Trust 4.
Okay, Envoy 3551 is cleared to the Washington National Reagan Airport as filed Gately 6 departure Charleston transition. We'll climb, maintain flight level 350, we'll climb via the SID, expect flight level 3501, 0 minutes after departure, squawking 3711, 37114, Envoy 3551.
Envoy 3551, read back correct. You're only 27 at Cincinnati, altimeter 2974, pushing start at your discretion, advising me to detect.
Okay, we'll expect runway 27 for departure, 2974, and we'll call for push to start and when ready, we'll call you for ready to taxi, Envoy 3551. Oops.
Envoy 3551, amendment, there'll be runway 18 left for departure, 18 left.
Okay, thank you, sir. We actually just put that in our FMGS. We're going to ask you about that. So we'll expect runway 18 left for Envoy 3551. Fantastic. So transponder 3711, and we'll TARA ident. Awesome sauce. So descent 180 is checked. Landing, not going to worry about that. Well, actually, we have over an hour to worry about that, so I'm not going to touch it right now. So that's all done. Route. So if I delete this, and I'll delete this, just so it clears out anything that was in there. All right. So we are Envoy. So Echo November Yankee 3551. It's our flight ID to Kilo Delta Charlie Alpha, Washington D.C. Ronald Reagan National Airport. Do a flight plan request. Flight plan is received. Sweet. Let's go to the next page. Lol. All right. So departure is runway 18 left on the Gately 6 Charleston. Apply. And then we'll go straight into our arrival. Runway 01, apparently. ILS. Vectors to Baden via Troops 4. Charleston. Aptly. Alright. Gately 6 Charleston transition direct. FIMPA, Dillon, Seals, Ranger. Jarhead, PJ,
0784, turn right
USA, we do support our troops. Let's roll. And then Catherine to ILS runway 1. Perfect. That looks wonderful. So, oops, nope. Performance, takeoff, next page, takeoff, and then flight plan. Awesome. So, if we come over here, do the plan mode. Don't need you, I'll
Delta
take you.
128, contact Memphis Center 1 2.
Same thing over here.
2.551.
Just so we're both tracking on the SA. Don't need you right now. And you should be done with your walk around at this point. Cool. Are we all loaded? Yes. Alright, so we can go ahead and get our...
0784, turn right heading 050.
What's our fuel?
For the ILS runway 23 approach.
Perfect. Let's get our APU started. So you'll see the APU percentage and the EGT. You can hear it. Oh, the still loading baggage. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so no amendment to our departure. It's everything we expected it would be. Oh my gosh, one of my frames just took a dump. Alright, so Cincinnati 18 left. If we look at our departure here, we're on the Gipley 6. He called it the Gipple. Alright, so we're looking at 18 left is a heading of 184 degrees. And then heading 168 to intercept Camum intersection. Another left-hand turn heading 122 degrees to Anteo intersection. Heading 094 degrees to Codco. Heading 103 degrees then to Gipple. Then heading 109 to Hobno, Rom. And then Mission, Jodub, and then Charleston.
40784
So Rom, Mission, Jodub, and then, or Jodub, whatever, Charleston. And then we would be off the departure. So the departure reads off of 18 left, climb heading 184 degrees, intercept course 168 degrees to Camum intersection, then on depicted route to Gipley. Top altitude jet 6,000 feet at Gipley. Turbojet aircraft maintain 6,000. All other aircraft maintain 4,000. Expect clearance to final altitude within 10 minutes after departure. Our minimum safe altitude for departure is 3,000 feet. The MORA is 2,700, then 2,600, then 2,800 respectively. So, what happened? Just got no frames. No frames at all.
Number 40784, your radio service terminated. Indy Center will be logging out. Thanks for the flight. See you later.
Huh. Very interesting.
Middle 774, radio service terminated.
Whatever. So we're on APU Gen. GPU can come off. I think we're already on
APU. Flight 2124. Atlanta is also going off. Your radio service terminated.
Yep. APU 116 volts, 400 hertz. DC bus 12 essential standby, TRUs, DC buses.
08 Echo. Radio service terminated.
So we can get that guy going. Close that guy.
Okay, over to advisory 2708, Greyhound.
Attention, all aircraft on the frequency center is now closed. 10 rating.
Cool. Have a good one, sir. Alright, so he's offline, and we'll go over to Unicom. So back to what I was trying to do originally. Alright, Cincinnati runway 18 left to Camum intersection, then Anteo, Codco, Gipple, or Gipley, and then we're off the departure. As easy as that. Or, well, not really. Gipley, Hobno, Rum, Mission, Jodub, and then Charleston, and we're off the departure. FEMPA, Dillon, Seals, Ranger, Jarhead, PJ, USA. We do support our troops, and then let's roll to ILS runway 1. That's our whole route. So that's about it, actually. Not much else to say about that. So we'll set it over to map mode, make sure we're all set up for navigation, displays. Perfect. Alright. So, with all that being completed, departure pump alpha can come on, flap set to 2 for departure. Cool, cockpit preparation is completed. Pre-flight checklist is also complete. And pre-flight briefing, altimeter 2974, Gipley 6 departure. Charleston transition, runway 18 left departure out of Cincinnati. Altitude 6,000 on departure, so I'll adjust that right here. And 6,000 is now set. And we're squawking 3711 even though he's offline, so it doesn't really matter. Taxi briefing, if we go to our airport information. So, Concourse Alpha, ramp 2 north to hold short of Romeo at spot 3. We'll take Romeo Sierra to runway 18 left. No hotspots along our route. Threats. Early morning. It's dark. Airport's not very busy, but it's a single pilot operation. No real countermeasures to that because we have our own taxi routing now because we didn't even have to call in for taxi clearance. Departure runway length and conditions, 10,000 feet and it's reported wet. Still no problems. RCC should still be 555 on the wet runway because it's newly wet and light rain. Visibility is still pretty good, so no weather concerns. And other than that, not much else. So let's do the emergency briefing. V1L121. Okay. So before 80 knots, I'll stop or reject for any malfunction or master caution. Above 80 knots, but before 121 knots, or V1, I'll stop or reject for any fire warning, engine failure, predicted wind shear warning, aircraft is unsafe or unable to flight, any crew incapacitation or loss of control of the aircraft. Any rejection call will be stop, stop, simultaneously close the thrust levers, disengage the auto throttle, verify RTO, or apply manual braking. Raise the speed brakes and apply maximum reverse thrust. We'll set the parking brake. Once we're stopped, I'll advise cabin crew on station. On station. Pilot not flying, your actions will be called out on normals or emissions from standard procedure. Verify reverse thrust normal. Verify speed brake comes up. We'll note braking and speed. Call ATC and advise of projection on the runway. Assess the situation and perform any memory items, abnormal checklist, or emergency checklist as required. If evacuation is determined to be necessary, then we'll proceed with the checklist from the QRH. For engine problems after 121 knots, but before achieving 500 feet above ground level, no actions except to cancel the warning, raise landing gear, and toga will be available as we're using a derated takeoff at 33 degrees centigrade, which is an N1 of 88.4. 500 feet or above, we'll select heading mode. If no engine failure, we'll select IAS mode. If there is an engine failure, then we'll just go on heading mode with manual control over the thrust levers. Call the malfunction or abnormality, perform any memory items, any emergency checklist is required. Engine failure procedure will be as published according to company standard. Gross weight considerations. So if we come over here to SimBrief, our takeoff weight is 71.6 and our max landing weight is 74.957. So our takeoff weight today is below our maximum landing weight. So in the event of an emergency return, we'll just immediately return to Cincinnati and we'll go for runway 18 centers. This is the longest runway with the landing distance available of 11,000 feet. Our emergency return configuration would be flaps full for the ILS 18 center with maximum auto brake. Departure brief, right? Our standard instrument departure kind of already went over our star. So it's plate 20-3 Delta RNAV standard instrument departure, gateway 6 RNAV departure from 18 left. Additional altitude 6,000, no speed or altitude restrictions, no weather or terrain threats. Departure is now offline. Transition altitude is flight level 180. Already discussed the MSA in MORAs, or MORA. No weather threats. It'll be a left seat departure. Automated systems on departure is going to be LNAV with auto thrust engaged. That's pretty much it. We'll use flight level change mode with indicated airspeed target set. Our first fix is RNAV to CAMM, I guess. So runway heading until intercepting 168 degree heading to CAMM. It'll be a standard company departure procedure with standard company callouts on takeoff. So once we're lined up and the lights are on, it'll be a flaps 2 takeoff today. It's a derated takeoff at 88.4% N1 with an assumed temperature of 33 degrees with ATT, CS, and ECS on. Standard callout, so we'll set takeoff thrust at 88.4. We'll call takeoff thrust set. We will, or pilot not flying, or sorry, pilot monitoring, calls airspeed to life. We'll synchronize our primary flight display, indicated airspeed tape at 80 knots. Neutralize any control inputs at 100 knots. Call V1 at 121, VR 127, V2 132. I'm going to go ahead and set 180 in the speed bog for a safe climb of 180. And upon positive rate of climb, I'll confirm that, select gear up, and we'll retract flaps on schedule. We need to be clean by 181 knots. Flaps configuration for takeoff, like I said earlier, is flaps 2. No supplementary procedures. We're going to use APU bleed, engine start sequence will be engine 1 and engine number 2. No meals or CDLs for this aircraft. No additional concerns or threats today. Any questions or additions? If not, we'll verify the load sheet and get out of here. So if we go to manifest, looking like, okay, so come to performance, initialization. So takeoff fuel 72.99. Takeoff fuel 72.99 is checked. Arrival fuel, we already had that in. Cruising altitude 35,000 feet. Our how do you have the cruise winds in there? 0 fuel weight 64024 is checked. Awesome. So aircraft type and reg has already been cross-checked. Crew on board is checked. Passengers on board is confirmed. 0 fuel weight, takeoff weight, and takeoff CG. So with the takeoff CG of 17.8%, mean aerodynamic chord gives us a long trim of 3.8 in the trimmable horizontal stabilizer. So we have 4 right now. So we'll go down 1, 2, giving us a long trim of 3.8 in the THS. All right, so we'll give our PA and we'll get out of here. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain speaking on behalf of the entire crew and American Eagle. We'd like to welcome you on board Flight 3551 on board this Embraer 175 to Washington's Reagan National Airport, Washington, D.C. All the loading is finished and we have just received our final paperwork, so we'll be pushing back momentarily. Our flight time to Washington, D.C. today is expected to be 1 hour and 14 minutes. Departure conditions, it's a little rainy with winds out of the south. Visibility is pretty good, but we have some overcast layer at 7,500 feet. The en route conditions look pretty okay. We will be traversing above some weather systems in the Great Lakes region of the U.S. We'll have some arrival conditions once we're well into our descent and approaching the Washington, D.C. area. Cruising altitude today is going to be 35,000 feet. Whenever we are in climb, cruise, or descent, please heed the fasten seatbelt sign. Anytime the fasten seatbelt sign is off, it is your indication that it's safe to run about the cabin. However, even when the seatbelt sign is off, we do ask that you remain seated with the seatbelt loosely fastened low and tight across your lap in the event of unexpected turbulence or rough air. At this time, please give the cabin crew your full and undivided attention as they're about to demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. Once again, on behalf of the entire crew, I want to welcome you on board. Thank you. Alright, so let's throw on the beacon light and get ready for pushback and start. So let's see, flaps 2 is set, 2 is indicated, 3.8 is checked, and it's going to be a normal engine start, engine number 1, engine number 2 on APU bleed. Alright, that's
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
This one's perfect. Okay, we are ready for pushback and engine start whenever you are. It'll be engine start sequence 1 and 2. Advise when we're clear to start upon push. Thank you. Alright, so let's arm LNAV. Yaw damper will come on just before departure, and we'll go to the flight level change mode, but I'll pre-select vertical speed mode. So let's set 2,000. It's a healthy climb. Just so we have it in backup in case something goes horribly awry. Awesome. RTO. 2 up. Idle. Braking brake is currently on. Alright, on departure, I'll take weather on my side. Nope, nope, no. I accidentally clicked something I did not need to. Nope, I didn't mean to hit that either. Just abort. Just abort. Gosh, dang it. Oh, did I cause it to crash? No! I think I actually caused it to... Nope, they're actively lifting us up. No, they're not. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me just... Whoa! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, nothing to be worried about, just a slight equipment failure on the ground. Are they just going to restart the whole process? I think so. That's probably the best thing. Oh, that's really cool. How it interacts with the falling water.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Okay, all our checks are complete. We're ready for pushback. It'll be a normal engine start. Sequence 1, then 2. Advise when we're clear to start upon pushback. Thank you. Yeah, that was weird. By the way, I'm using this guy right here. The horn. I don't know why. PTT is right here, but this is to get their attention.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Pedal controls. Actually, what? Did I do what I think I did? Oh, yeah, it did. I don't need that. Alrighty. Everything is as it needs to be. Alright, it'll be... Yeah, no, it's the right tail off, so we're facing south. Is it still 2974? I need to do one more weather check before we get out of here. Departure information, Papa is now current 0322 Zulu special. Wind is 250 degrees at 7 knots. Visibility is 1 3/4 statute miles and heavy rain and mist. Clouds broken 4,100, overcast 5,000, temperature 172.16, altimeter is 2977. Oh, crap. Departing runway 18 left is still in effect. Okay, so 2977.
Release parking brakes, please.
2977. 77, standby.
Release parking brakes, please.
Standby. Okay, brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, we're on company time now, and we are starting engine number 1. You'll hear the packs come off, so they can deliver high pressure air to the engines for start, 45 psi. Hearing that engine zooming up right now. That says Amazon Prime Air? That's weird. Alright, let's just go to status. Actually, I'll go flight controls over here. Then go back to the map. Alright, we have fuel flow, ITT, and N1 rotation. Oil pressure and temperature are increasing. Oh gosh, yep, the literally...
Please set parking brakes.
Alright, flight brake set, clear disconnect, we'll take pending signal on the left, please.
Cockpit to ground.
Alright, stable engine, close that, and we'll start engine number 2.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, you know what? Where is the... Here it is. Perfect, that's a lot better. Okay, into rotation here. So there's fuel flow, ITT, N1 rotation, oil temperature and pressure. Yeah, cancel the master caution. Do we have floods? We do. That'll work.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear,
Okay.
right is clear.
2 good engine starts. She says we're clear all around. Oh, I see her. Alright, we got the pin and signal on the left. So, oops. I don't need that guy. It's kind of bright, actually. Oh! Alright, so let's do a flight control check. I don't know why my frames just went to poo. Alright, flight control check. Ailerons full left. Ailerons full right. Ailerons neutral. Elevator full forward. Elevator full back. Elevator neutral. Rudder full left. Rudder full right. Rudder neutral. Flight control check's been completed. Flight controls are free and correct. Let's go back to the map mode. Fantastic. And we are clear all around, so let's turn on the lights. Awesome. And we'll just go ahead and start a taxi. Oops. That's crazy bad performance. Alright, not ideal. Let's get a brake check in. Get some power on the engines. Not moving very fast. Okay, we're barely moving. Little brake check. Brakes are checked. APU can now come off. APU shutting down. Alright, I'll go ahead and turn the damper back on. We're going to need a little more engine power out of this guy. Clear on the left. And clear on the right. Clear of decent FPS, apparently. I want to be really careful taxiing in this kind of weather. Is that a truck on the taxiway? It's like a fire engine, maybe. Cincinnati area traffic. Boy 3551 is Amber 175 on ramp 2 north. We'll be holding short of Romeo at spot 3 for taxi 1 and left. Any traffic there, please advise Cincinnati area traffic. Alright, so we've advised the common traffic advisory frequency of what our intentions are. Perfect. We're going to go into idle thrust and just try and coast the rest of the way. I don't know what is with the scenery, man, but sometimes it just absolutely just craps. Like, it's a decent looking scenery. It actually looks amazing. It even has like terminal interiors and everything, but like for some reason anytime I turn a certain direction, I don't know. We'll get better performance once we're out of here. Alright, so it looks like we're coming up on... Is this it? Yeah, this is 2 north. Yeah, short of Romeo. This is where we need to be. We are clear on the left, and we are clear on the right. Yeah, see. There's something about that freaking taxiway, man. I'm already above the, more than double my frame rate that I was just a second ago. I'm clear. Cincinnati area traffic, number 3551, Amber 175. Now on Romeo taxiway, we'll be taxiing runway 18 left via Romeo Sierra. Any traffic in the area, please advise Cincinnati area traffic. I said 18 left, correct? Slow turn. Really don't want to lose control in the turns here in this kind of weather. We're not even that heavy, so like we have decent traction. Like for the tires on our gear, but like it's so easy with as little surface area contact we have with the ground in this aircraft that it's surprisingly easy to lose directional control in a turn at relatively lower speeds than you would think. I don't know what's up, man. Just the scenery, you just... Performance is... It'll just dip for no reason. Alright, I think I can now turn on the Sierra. Is it Sierra? Yeah, okay. Cincinnati traffic number 3551, taxi runway 18 left via Sierra for a departure to the south and east. Cincinnati air traffic. I don't immediately assume that people know all of the departures for an airport, so I'll basically give the general direction of the departure. Because if I say Gipli 6 or Gipple 6, like people who are unfamiliar with the airport definitely are not going to know the departure procedures. So like, oh, Gipli 6, I have no idea what direction that is, so maybe he's just going to the north, when in fact I'm a south departure with a turn to the east, and might actually conflict with whatever they're doing. So. Alright, let's get ready for takeoff. We'll go ahead and turn on our strobes a little early. Let's see in the cabin. Flight assistance time, we ask that you take your seats for takeoff. Thank you. Cincinnati traffic, Convoy 3551, Embraer 175, pony short runway 18 left departure to the east, Cincinnati. So, because we're online with no control, I always like to give everybody the courtesy and hold short of the runway instead of just like taking the runway and finding out someone was on short approach. Alright, I don't see anything visually, I don't see anything on TCAS, and nothing. So we're squawking, flaps 2, takeoff mode, or takeoff method.
No takeoff. Takeoff. Okay.
Hold on. Cancel.
Takeoff. Okay.
Alright, takeoff okay. Disregard the ECAS message. Cincinnati traffic number
Approaching.
3551, taking off runway
1
left, Cincinnati.
8 left.
Alright, let's see, lights. 18 left is identified visually and aurally through the runway advisory and alert system, or runway awareness and alert system. Anyway, let's blow up.
On runway 18 left.
Oh, I missed the lineup there. Alright, engines are stable. Let's go to takeoff. Takeoff mode is set. Airspeed is live. Cross-checked. Model up rudder. Rotate. Ooh, get up there. Alright, pulse rate is confirmed. Select gear up. Flaps 1. Speed checks, flaps up. And let's see, auto thrust is already on. We'll go flight level change. And we can select autopilot. Sweet. Cincinnati air traffic on board 3551 Embraer 175 at a 1,800, climbing 6,000. RNAV to Camham intersection. Air traffic there includes by Cincinnati air traffic. Alright, auto brake is off. Flaps are up. Lights can come off. Fantastic. And we can increase our speed to 250 knots. Below 10,000 feet. 250 is set. Let's go bank angle limiter, and we'll turn these guys off. We don't really need them. Alright, so I'll take weather on my side. turn on your side. So we're departing into some weather. We'll see how the effects are departure. Oh shoot. Bad pilot. KCVG. One to go, so let's reset the altitude. Target of 10,000. Stay toggle on the change mode. What plane will be over now? Overhead, Antio. Alright, climbing 6,000, so 10,000 feet is our next. I don't need this anymore, so I'll do flight time over here and progress over here. Alright. So, 25 to Gibley, or Gibble, whatever it is. 7,500. Cincinnati area traffic, convoy 3551, number 175, and 7,500 for 10,000 overhead Codco intersection, 25 miles to the west of Gibley intersection. The Gibley 6 departure. Any traffic in the area, please advise us with the phone call. Cincinnati area traffic. Okay, up. Off. Lights to go. It's now 8,500 for 10,000, climbing 250 knots. We're doing about 2,400 feet per minute. And we should be coming out of the weather here in the next 3,000 to 4,000 feet. But so far, can't see very much of anything. One to go. Let's reset to 18. Set. Yeah. Not a lot to see. Not a lot to see at all. Although lighting effect is pretty cool. We need to check. We need to make sure we're not getting any icing though. The TAT and SAT are still above 0. That's always good. All right, we're out of 10,000 now, so 10,000 foot checks. Lights come off. We're not out of the clouds, but we're out of the precipitation, I think. Can't really tell. I said it was going to be the final call, but it's not. I'll do my final call at Gibley intersection. Yeah, we're still about 15 miles away. About 14, okay. So it changes from 20 to 15? That's I don't know. Not really important. Alright, so we're over 10,000 feet, so we can actually set 290 as a preferred climb speed. Oh. Stop it. 290 is set. So our vertical speed will come down a little bit as we accelerate to 290 knots, then our vertical speed will increase again. Oof. Not much longer until we're out of the rough stuff. Oh, I can already see sky. Yes. Okay, so let's see. 1 minute from Gibley is 7.5 miles. And then after Gibley, or Gibble, it's Hobna. Is that the moon? Oh, sure. Oh, cool. I have the ground on the... Oh. That's just when I just saw ice there for a second. Oh, put my face in the pillar. Oh, I have the river off to the right. Oh, cool. What's that? The Ohio River? I think it is. Yep, Ohio River. Fantastic. And then there's Gibley. Hobner, Rom, mission jetted. Charleston. Yeah, see icy conditions. To the engines and wing forward services. Cincinnati air traffic now by 3551 over 175, flight level 1554180. Overhead cable intersection is good call. Cincinnati air traffic. Alright, so we're out of the weather. However, there is, well, I mean, we're out of the weather, not out of the clouds, but it looks like there's a weather system still painted ahead of us, 12 o'clock, between 11 and 1 o'clock, with the more intense area being 1. Although there's a little bit of yellow right there. Right there. Just put my reticle on it. Oh, now it's gone. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to get out a little bit on this one. Oh, out. Cute. I'll leave that one where it is. So, oh, one to go. So let's set 35,000 feet. Alrighty, so 17.5 for 180 for our transition level checks. Oh, that sky color looks amazing. What the heck? Oh, scratches in that. Oh no, that's ice. Very, very, very thin. Never mind, it just disappeared.
Altimeter setting.
Lady, it's not yet. Alright, there's 18,000 feet, so standard barrel checks. Standard barrel is set, passing 18.4. It's cross-checked. Alright, sweet. So let's go to Mach speed mode for the rest of our climb. And that's about it. The lights are out. Our climb isn't that bad. We don't have too bad of a turn coming up, and the bank angle limiter is on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the fast seatbelt sign. Kind of risky to do so, considering there is a turn coming up. There's weather painted on the screen right now, and we're really only at 19,000 feet, but you know what? It's a little life without risk, right? So, I will see you guys again once we're at cruising level, and then we'll brief our descent and arrival, approach, landing, taxi into Washington Reagan.